Ferrari started in 1947, so they have a legacy of cars that lasts about 79 years. Craigslist started in 1995, so between 1995 and 2014, did you hear of anyone saying that they were not going to buy from Ferrari new because someone put a cat on it? Or that and the fact that a Ferrari was listed on Craigslist diminished the car's or the brand's value, so they won't be invested in the company. Did Ferrari produce some type of proof that their stock percentages dropped? Ferrari has the right of first refusal. It's a given. It's in their contract. That's fair and good. So in 2014, they refused to buy Joel Zimmerman's car back as it sat, modified, badging, and all. Their part of the contract should have ended at that very moment and should not have had to have any legal hold over what happened to the vehicle at all whatsoever. They literally refused to buy the car back. So this stems into corporate overreach. They sent him a cease and desist just for the wrap and, the changing of the badges. So do they care to explain how that actually affects the brand? Of course not. Corporate overreach. Those are instances where corporations, their executives, board members, whoever, exceed their proper authority, ethical boundaries, or legal limitations to advance their own interests, often at the expense of employees, society, or the company's long-term health. This could also include morally, or just plain common sense, that a cat on a car in any shape, form, or fashion isn't damaging anything except maybe the factory clear coat when removing the wrap or the badge on the front, the back of the vehicle. Having said that, Ferrari is basically the Nintendo of the car world. Why do you say that, you may ask? Well, as stated before, corporate overreach. Go back, rewind, and listen again, and then we can continue. You're back? Okay, good. Now we're going to move forward. Here's what Nintendo has done. They saved the gaming market, yes. And in the US, and thus across the world, the gaming market was saved by them using their stringent quality control and, really specific branding deals, publishing and buying game carts, chips and such. That aside, it was required back then, and is still required now, but only in part. Specifically, should be required for the eShop. Let's just face it, the eShop is full of shovelware now. Games that promote cross-dressing to children, and other type of shit like that. So there's zero quality control there now. There never was any quality assurance, but they certainly should have been some. Are you seeing how this goes? It's so fucked up that companies get to do this, but let me put a nice bow on this for you. Currently, with Nintendo's overreach, they're selling you a console you don't even own anymore at the price of $775 all in. If you fart the wrong way, they will brick your console. It's in their guidelines. You signed off on it when you set the console up. Now, where do you ask? So now you ask, where do I get that price from? Okay, the console is supposed to only be $449. Well, I'm going to tell you now, you're not thinking about the entire cost. There's the console, a single game. If you have stick drift, you got your Switch 2 Pro controller. You want the full experience? Okay, well, you got to buy a cheap camera on a stand. Now it's $55 with that. The membership fee for NSO is $50. Oh, and you can't forget the mandatory purchase of a brand new SD card. That's another $60. I mean, hello? Do you not see how this pattern is forming? Overreach is screwing you with inflated prices, virtually no support after the fact. They hate you for your skin color and or your sexual orientation. But Ferrari, Nintendo, all these companies do it. And they do it while doing their damnedest to strangle every last cent out of you that they possibly can, while shitting on the fact that you just want to enjoy and customize or play something that you thought you owned outright because you paid for it with your hard-earned money. Closing this out, can't forget to mention that Nintendo, in their infinite wisdom, can't even unbrick the console. So if you return it, the console will most likely be resold without the company checking to see if it's functional or not. And the next person or family, is screwed over at that point as well. So they're going to take it back and say that it's broken, and they can't use it, or it worked, but whatever happened, go on and so forth. Of course, there's more about Ferrari, but if you want to see anything else on top of that, go check out Nico Linder's channel here on YouTube. He covers a lot about how they fucked one of his cars up, and how just from factory it had so many stupid issues that he couldn't get anything to work right properly. He could barely drive. It couldn't even move under its own weight. So, do you really not see how this is going? Do you see how it works yet? I mean, seriously, I hope so. Because if not, I can't help you. So please do yourself a favor. Don't come at me sideways. I've done more research into this than I even want to remember. You will lose with evidence and receipts, not emotion.